Composting is one of those crazy things. People can really get into this stuff. I, on the other hand, don't have enough time to do so. So I've come up with this concept, and it's probably not original, but this is my version of what I call minute composting. A minute being, I don't know, a couple minutes every week, maybe. And I've come up with a test here. This is just kind of a regular bin that I've been throwing stuff in, just not even mixing it up too much. Then I have this 10-year-old composter that I turn on a regular basis to see if there's a difference between this composter, which is relatively expensive, and just a regular bin that I've drilled holes in, throwing this stuff in here with little to no thought whatsoever. So let's take a look at both of these, but before we get into that, let me tell you the kind of compost that we typically have. Lemon rinds, orange rinds, we have a lot of this stuff. Peanut shells, and we try to break them up a little bit, kind of help it along the way. Some egg shells, just throw that in here like this, look at that. Old potato, we'll see how that does. And we do a lot of cold brew because it's low acid, so that's 8 cups of coffee, just going right in there like that. I've tried like heck to do worm farming. I actually went on the internet 3 years ago and bought a bunch of worms. Put them in this exact bin. Did all the right things, and guess what? All the worms disappeared. But you know what? When you don't care about compost, when you don't care about worms, sometimes you get things that surprise you. And I think I got a surprise in here and a surprise in there. So let's go check these guys out and see what's in there. First thing we're going to look at is this compost bin. This one's good because you can actually take this off. I'm going to take that lid off there. $120 compost bin. Stuff is nice. Turn it around. Let's see what we got here. Look at that. Look at those worms. That's worm dents. The crazy thing about this is I don't know how the worms get in here. I really don't. Because this is above the ground, and yet look at that. Look at the amount of worms in here. There's dozens, and that's just in one handful. Crazy. This composter works pretty good, and we like the worms. Here's another one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. 3-dimensional deep. We know that these rotating composters work, but they're really expensive. So let's go to our cheap $5 solution and see how it compares to this. Okay, so here's that potato I showed you before. The goal here is no thought, no time, maybe don't even break it up, composting. And I've got a lid here to kind of, I don't know, heat it up a little bit, keep critters out. But this lid is from another box. I mean, I didn't even use the lid here to seal it up because I've done that before. Now this bin does have holes in it, here, and in the bottom, so there's really good drainage. So let's put that guy up. So we'll put this out on the side. So you got banana peels, lots of peanut shells, and if we break them up a little bit, they seem to compost a little better. There's an eggshell, again trying to break it up, but we're not doing that with this quick and easy composting. So let's just kind of dig in there and see what our worm count is. You know what? I would say more worms here than in the rotating bin. Look at that. Amazing. I tried to buy worms, and this isn't even the same location. This is years later, so any worms that are coming in here, I have no idea where they're coming from. Probably the outside, in the holes, whatever it is. This is the most I've mixed this compost up in a year. So let's go right down to the bottom. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. So do you need a rotation bin to get a lot of worms into compost? No. Just one of these plastic boxes. Look at that, amazing. Surprising. And I would say that composting is doing just as well here in kind of a layered approach where we just keep throwing things on it and on it and on it, then turning it. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in gardening, home repairs, designs of all kinds, making and breaking stuff, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what you're gonna see.